Every day, people's fates are decided before they even come into this world, open their eyes, and start to cry. It's just a matter of probability, where your skin color, gender, or ethnicity gets you treated differently. For over 1 billion people worldwide, by the World Bank in 2022, inequality isn't just a statistic, it's their daily reality.
Defined by the Cambridge Dictionary, inequality is the unfair situation in society when some people have more opportunities, money, etc., than other people. It is truly an unfair world we live in, where the privileged get more opportunities as the underprivileged are stuck in a cycle of poverty or discrimination.
For many marginalized groups, they have to endure unfair treatment for their entire lives. All suffer in some way or the other, whether it is living a less healthy life, having a worse education, or a lower social mobility.
Since the beginning of humanity, inequality has and is a huge problem that affects millions socially, economically, and politically.
In fact, the World Bank stated that children from marginalized communities are far more likely to drop out of school.
Moreover, in Europe, studies have shown that ethnic minorities send out 60% more job applications just to get the same number of interviews as the majority candidates.
As a first-generation Taiwanese immigrant who moved to Qatar as a child, I see the inequality loud and clear. Because why did I have the opportunity to go to school every day in a safe environment while others did not? Although I am beyond grateful for the life my parents were able to provide for me, I want to do the same for others, which is why I created Inclusitalk, a non-profit podcast dedicated to amplifying the voices of the marginalized.
The goal is to raise awareness on promoting specifically intercultural understanding and appreciation. In each podcast, we choose topics based off what our listeners want us to dig deep into. We share our personal stories, experiences, and how to tackle certain problems.
We're directly working toward UN Sustainable Development Goal 10, reduced inequalities, with a focus on promoting universal social, economic, and political inclusion. Every episode we publish speaks on issues like internalized racism, immigration, media representation, and much more. The best thing about this solution is that it is very sustainable compared to others. As of right now, we are fully digital, and our audio-only podcasts on Spotify are significantly more sustainable than video. In addition, podcasts don't need much equipment but have the power to create impact on the big issue of inequality. Words may not seem powerful, but it is. Take Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech, which helped to galvanize public opinion and push for landmark legislation like Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Words are arguably what brings humanity together, or could tear it apart. They shape our understanding, challenge our biases, and force us to think beyond what we know. This is why we truly believe this podcast taken to the next level can benefit our population as a whole. Inclusitalk has been active for just over a year now, where we have our own YouTube, Spotify, website, and more. But this isn't enough, and we want to impact our society at a larger scale.
Real change requires real structure. Our implementation plan will happen in 3 phases. Through the 1st to 6th month, we will focus on promotion and accessibility. This means finalize branding and episode format, begin building our website and community board, and promote through school networks and youth forums.
For the following 6 months, accessibility and outreach is the main target. For example, add multi-language transcripts and captions, or start accepting listener block submissions. And for the last phase, expansion and impact is vital for really producing outcome. We aim to launch our mentorship feature, connecting young activists with leaders in human rights, media, and policy. Additionally, we could host live panel events and workshops in school and youth conferences. Of course, there are challenges. Here are our main ones. Reaching listeners who do not understand English may be difficult, since our episodes are currently only provided in English. We think that for the videos, we can provide translated captions in key global languages, for example, Spanish, Arabic, Mandarin, using free translation tools. Second, low initial engagement or listener growth is also a potential problem, especially if there is nothing engaging to keep the audience present. A way to solve this is to partner with clubs and schools, so educators can easily integrate episodes into class discussion or even projects. Lastly, teen burnout and inconsistency is a problem many youth-led organizations face, as we often have schoolwork to do and personal lives, so sometimes can't plan podcast times accordingly. We believe that this can be solved by creating a rotating team structure. Assign roles so no one is overloaded for long periods.
Of course, we won't be able to just reduce inequalities in one day.
However, having the mindset that nothing can change is the reason that nothing will.
As American economist Joseph Stiglitz said, inequality is a choice. It is not inevitable. Thank you.